And I might not even be hiding in the bushes. Hiding in the bushes, hiding in the bushes. Guys, he's in the bushes. That did not come from the bushes. That came from the back of the truck. Yeah, I really can't believe you fell for the hiding in the bushes gag. Why? Only fat people can hide in the bushes. Because no one expects a fat fucker with a hook in the bush. Guys, we had a mercy. Does anybody know what happened to it? Roadhog. Okay, he's hiding in the bushes. There's no one here. Fuck, he was hiding in the building. There's no one here. Hiding in the bushes, hiding in the bushes. You'd be surprised at how well this strategy works. Alright, there's no way the fat bastard can be hiding in the bushes on this map. It's King's Row. Hiding in the bushes, hiding in the bushes. Everybody looked right at me and just kept walking. Sitting there behind the bushes. Everyone just looks down and then just keeps walking. I was like, I guess the power of intimidation. You saw nothing. Righty-ho.
And thus they moved on like they saw nothing.
Like I said, the story of the orc barbarian that used intimidation stealth. Just kicked the board out, grabbed whatever off the table, screamed in the face of the guard, "You don't see me!" And then just turned and walked away.
Don't you ever say the guard just walked away. He will always love booze. Yay! Captured the bunny! Lock her in rabbit jail!
Better than rabbit jail.
No, that's the second thing. But yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, I had a theory that Predator Hunting Grounds for about a year now would eventually be the free game of the month. Because we also had Dead by Daylight. And actually Xbox had Friday the 13th as well. So they've all been free games. In fact, I won't be surprised if Xbox gets it free before too long. There's the hole in my thing. That's my pee hole. It was.
Was it? I never paid attention.
It was on Xbox. Yeah, it literally was free on Xbox, and then like 2 months later they said they were just stopping support for it. No one wants our fucking game. That's because your game sucks.
It looked pretty interesting to watch, at least, but I never actually played
No,
it,
it's just the way they handled it. It was really, really bad.
I got a ticket in my locker, but I don't want to blow it during the loan.
Yeah. And it's not even that it was, like, all that bad. It's just that it was executed and maintained really hard. Because it wasn't a, you know, you have a chance at winning on one side or the other. It was either one side was guaranteed the win or the other side. It wasn't a back and forth battle. We have 4 people on our team. Okay. Yeah, well, we just got toasted. Why? Well, because the guy got his 6th evolution before we could do anything. There's no stopping it at that point. Oh, alright. Well, we can do better next round. Okay, we won. Well, how'd you win? Well, we got it before it got its first evolution. There was no way it could survive.
That's why when you look at Dead by Daylight, it almost seems unfair, but then there's a lot of things that kind of balance it.
Well, if you're a smart player, you use one player to distract until the rest of the people finish.
Of course, whether or not that happens is up to chance when you're solo queuing.
Yeah. Again, the problem with these kind of games is you really can't go in with randoms because people are stupid. Surprisingly, been saying that a lot again recently.
That's been my opinion of everything.
Well, there's a lot of times where you can go in with randoms and it's not going to be a horrible thing. Warframe, for an instance, it's not that they're stupid, it's that the game isn't balanced properly. Guys, I don't have any weapons that are of efficient use. Okay, well, we'll just kill everything then. Oh, okay. Well, now we're on a level that I can help with. Nope, we're still gonna kill everything. Then you get to the point where you're like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Well, weren't you paying attention when we were killing everything? No, because I couldn't. Everything was dead.
I came out walking soon.
Which is also part of the reason I've just kind of become disinterested. I've done pretty much everything. Now it's just new Warframes. I've hit the point of my veterancy where I've done what every other veteran does. I'll come back on when you update it. Other than that, not worth my time. But yeah. Oddly enough, the game that I'm going to say, like, Dead by Daylight reasoning and all that, the game that is the most fair or balanced, actually I would either have to say Predator Hunting Grounds or Halloween.
What's
Or not
Halloween?
but Friday the 13th.
I was about to say, what?
Okay, Dead by Daylight has friggin' Michael Myers in it. And also the Scream Killer. I don't know if they got Freddy Krueger yet.
They did.
They did.
Okay, and they have Pinhead.
Oh, I didn't know about Pinhead.
Yeah, they added Hellraiser just recently.
Yep. And then they've also added Pyramid Head. Just name a horror villain at this point, I guarantee he's in it. Leatherface. Like I said, name a horror villain, the Demogorgon. The Demogorgon's in Dead by Daylight. Yes, it is.
That's what they call it.
Yeah, it's a D&D based Demogorgon. Which is weird because it wasn't the original D&D based Demogorgon until, I think, 2nd edition.
Surrender now.
It gets complicated following it.
Hey, did you hear me? Surrender at once.
I knew there was something quite right about it.
Yeah. The Demogorgon isn't the Demogorgon until later on editions of the Demogorgon, and then the one that Stranger Things used was the Demogorgon from later editions. And like, what? And then it's like, yeah, this is the Demogorgon now. Okay, fine. Look at me. Look at me. I am the Demogorgon now. What? Look at me. What? Look at me. I am the captive now. How'd you get those handcuffs on yourself? How am I holding you hostage? Why are we standing in front of a cell? What the fuck? I told you, I am the captive now. Okay. Then the feds get on the boat. What's happening? This guy is wanted for piracy. He's our captive. He just came aboard with all of his crew and guns and everything, and he said, I am the captive now, and we're somehow in this situation. I'm completely lost. You're under arrest. I am already under arrest. I am the captive now. FBI's holding the gun, pointed at him. What the fuck?
Look at their wrists. The other handcuffs are gone, and the ones from FBI agents that are on his wrists.
Huh? What? This makes no sense. Now look at him. Afterwards, now look at him. Now back to me. Now look at him. Now back to me. I'm a sexy Egyptian pharaoh. Ladies. I am a cactus now. I am a cactar now. Everybody down!
Well, you got the best gift.
Look at me. I don't want to look at you. Look at me. I am Casper now. Yeah, you gotta feel bad for Casper. He got cock-blocked at a young age. So life looked at him and they were like, nope! Look at me. Look at me. I am a hot dog now. Looks at him and it's just a dog panting. Not what I thought would happen. Huh. Look at me. Look at me. I am a hot baby now. What? I shouldn't have turned around to look. Look at me. Look at me. I am your browser history now. No! It's all just baking recipes. You found out my dark secret. You found out I'm a kinky baker. It's all just drink recipes. I mean, like, silk panties, slow soft screw, Han Solo on the rocks. Huh. You wanted to keep your drinking habit under wraps? Yeah, totally drinking habit. You caught me. Ah, man. Real alcoholic here.
If we get caught, we're screwed.
Na, 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 na. No, that's a sax on the beach. Oh, it was the one below it. Quick. Gonna scroll over here and press the X button to pretend I didn't witness any of that. It's like a train wreck. I can't help but keep staring as much as I want to look away. Don't turn around unless you want to do my laundry. Sucking on my titties like you wanted me to call it all the time. Yeah, again. One of the few times that you will ever say, for the love of God, please put them back. Show me a picture of which one of these two is more attractive. Definitely the one on the right. Well, what's wrong with... Yeah, it still looks better on the right. Do you really want me to say it?
Yeah, alright. She's got a little bit of a weirdness.
No. No. Okay, well, what makes the left one so unattractive? Go! Sure. Definitely not the gap between her teeth. In fact, I'm pretty sure I just saw a bunch of people go in there to buy clothes. Are you really that blind?
Yes.
It's like blinking in medieval porn. You've never seen Robin Hood Men in Tights?
Is that a movie?
Yes.
No, it's just literally Robin Hood Men in Tights.
He has the medieval Playboy, but since Blinken is blind, it's all braille. So when he's looking at the picture, it's essentially just slightly puffed out a bit, so he can... There's a great scene in there also, when being confronted by Robin, he falls upon a statue. Oh, master, you've lost your arms in combat! But gained a great set of knockers. I'm just touching the statue's tits. He's just like, blinking, I'm over here. Oh, right. Sorry, miss. Also has Dave Chappelle in it, which has one of the best lines ever. It's because it works so well. Hey, Blinken! Hey, Blinken! Here! No, I did not say a Blinken. I said, hey, Blinken! Yeah, that was the reference. That's Dave Chappelle.
I haven't seen it.
Oh.
Oh.
You thought it was Abraham Lincoln that I was mentioning for it? No.
I thought you mentioned Lincoln.
No. Blinken. Yeah.
I got it now.
Hey, Blinken! Abe Lincoln? Here? No, I did not say Abe Lincoln. I said, hey, Blinken. Because, Dave Chappelle. It's just Dave Chappelle. How does Dave Chappelle piss off an entire audience? By pointing out they're all racist-ass motherfuckers. How does Dave Chappelle keep an entire audience? By pointing out that they're all racist-ass motherfuckers.
I don't know who that is.
Racist.
Is that a comedian?
He's a black comedian, and people got mad at him for, making a bunch of jokes, but he was making it at the expense of them because he was pretty much calling them a bunch of racists or sexist and a bunch of other shit. That was all true. Because, as with many of us, we're just all kind of tired of the go woke, get broke or shit. Oh yeah, by the way, Disney canceled a show because it was too gay.
Really? What was it?
I don't know, I didn't click past that point. You won't know who... No, you will know who, I mean, as gay as that series is, it's already produced. No, I think it has something to do with Squirrel Girl. You will... Yeah. You're talking about the quartering. Yeah.
I've seen just as much as you have.
It came across... Yeah, it came across, and I was just like, okay. And usually he doesn't use clickbait in the title, he usually uses exactly what the line says.
Okay, I'm not sure how to launch this guy over the balcony. Oh wait, no.
Catapult.
Oh wait.
Cannon.
Oh wait, now I should just try to...
Swift kick to the crotch. Spartan kick.
I mean,
That
I
works
could do
too.
that, but I'm in the middle of a crowd. So I'm wondering if I could
Heracles.
try to, do it without...
Group of circus clowns.
Offer to shine his shoes, and then when you bring it up to him, pretend like you accidentally.
He's not wearing any shoes. All he's doing is wearing a Speedo.
Offer to shine his speedo.
Oh boy.
Offer him a hand job. No. Not legally in public, at least. Again, cannon. No, I mean an actual cannon. In Hitman, there are actual cannons in some levels. Hitman 2 had one of my favorites.
Yeah.
In fact, there's a goal for it in the
There's 2 goals for it, actually.
expedition, or not expedition, but whatever, expedition or something dumb, I can't remember what it's called. But you have to complete 3 levels. One of the whole things is you have to kill the guy on the jet ski with a cannon.
Oh yeah, that escalation.
Yeah, escalation. So yeah, literally you have to wait till he's on a jet ski and then you fire a cannon at him from the hidden section of the island.
On a side note, at least they give you unlimited shots for the most part. The only problem... I don't know that one. It's the Haven Island.
Yeah.
It's how you get the pirate suit thing, I think.
Yep. Which, let's not deny the fun part of it is going through other portions of the game in a pirate suit. Dun 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 dun. Captain Jack Sparrow reporting for duty, sir. I think you're the wrong kind of captain. I think you're the wrong kind of captain now, aren't you? Wearing green like that. What are you planning on doing if they attack? You'll stand out like a sore thumb. Go change. I don't think that guy was actually our captain, but I feel kind of compelled to change. We don't have any desks. Also, yes, technically I do.
I don't recommend standing.
But actually, mine's probably a lot sturdier than yours.
You talking about desk still?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that, but I do know that if it does give way its glass, you don't want glass in the floor.
Yeah, mine is pure wood.
It's just a law.
Grabbing
Yes.
a coin, a knife, and a coconut.
Put the knife in the coconut and drink of the life.
You put the coin in the coconut and hit your opponent in the head really hard. Why did you put the coin in the coconut? I don't know. By hitting your other enemy in the head really hard. Yes. I can't believe every single one of them kicked you in the dick.
No problem. I ain't pleased. I'll see you later.
I hear ya.
That was for medic. Oh, someone has an extreme headache. Oh, no, no. I've put everything I have into this one. Oh, alright. Kaioken, no! Times, no, no, no! 4! No, 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 no!
Oh no.
Oh. Kaioken times 3. Kaioken what?
Excuse me?
Can I get more than one of these?
Vegeta has the best lines only due to the fact of the matter that he's always just getting shotted. Yeah. I mean, there will always only be one other greater line than Vegeta will ever have. And that is said by his son. Due to the fact of his father. Hold up. Okay. Alexa, set a timer for 19 minutes. Yeah. And now, with the time capsule complete, I can go back and save my father?
What? So this is Dragon Ball Bridge, yeah?
Yeah, there's a scene where, because Vegeta's scream of sheer agony and pain, essentially, and frustration, have all kicked in, that he's screaming, but he's literally breaking the time-space barrier. So there it shows a sign of Trunks, like, finishing the time travel capsule. And you hear Vegeta's scream happen in the background as he goes, now finally, and I can go back in time and save my, which then you hear Vegeta's scream. And he goes, questions what he's hearing. And now I can go back in time and save my father? It can be heard far and away in space. There was a scream. It broke time. Vegeta had spoken. We broke him. Dragon Ball, hand, please, now! I feel that. No. Huh? Where's that button? You killed him. Didn't you also realize the canoncy, not even in the abridged series, of how many people Goku killed?
And again.
Yes, but what I mean not by that, I meant literally by his wishing. We want you to bring back all of the people that Frieza and his men killed. Dragon didn't even question it. Didn't go, like, nothing else to your wish. He was just like, okay.
Free for all.
No. Goku didn't wish back the planets that were destroyed. Only the people. Meaning, Frieza destroyed the planet Vegeta. Goku literally committed genocide against his own race.
As well as everyone else that were killed.
So,
Yeah. All of the Saiyans are now just floating in space dying.
I thought they were space capable. I guess they
No.
just...
Some of them. Some of them are. Not all of them.
All of them might be choking into space.
Yeah, but they're also floating in oblivion for all eternity.
Yeah. Gonna be there a while. Absolutely.
Yeah, and which actually explains, which actually explains how Bardock can come back and how other Saiyans survived. They try to say they were on other planets. It's like, no. And technically, Raditz didn't die by Vegeta's men, so that's why Raditz never comes back. There's no saying that Nappa didn't come back and just kind of left. In fact, he went to create movies. A guy who kills his friend. Another abridged moment. But yeah. And then there's also the people who couldn't survive in space that he just committed an absolute genocide against. Planet Namek, but they do wish the Namekians back to a planet similar to. Because their first wish is like, we wish Goku back, and the dragon's like, I can't bring someone back from the dead who's not dead.
Oh, and then if they said it like that, they could have just, teleport him to us.
No. They actually try that. And then they go, oh, well, we wished for him to be back here. Well, I can't force him against his will.
Really?
What? Literally, the dragon just outright says, I can't do that because he doesn't want to come back yet. It's like, wow, you're an all-powerful dragon and you can't go against one being's will. Wow, that must really fucking suck to be you.
Can he not, or will he not?
Apparently he can't. I don't know if the rules and regulations as the genie apply in this one, because as the genie says that he can't bring people back from the dead, because it's not a pretty picture, meaning he can, he just won't. The dragon outright says he can't, and then doesn't give any counterintuitive argument. Excuse me. So, I don't know. And then again, they never really kind of bring anything up to be counterintuitive. Because they go like, oh, we wish the Namekians back to essentially a planet that's inhabitable to them. And the Namekians are like, yeah, we really don't want to stay here on Earth. It kind of fucking sucks. Not really, but, they're like... I don't know why the Namekians don't just want to stay on Earth. There's no reason for them to go to another planet.
As we've seen, there's plenty of barren desert places.
Yeah. There is absolutely no reason, again, for the Namekians to want to go to a different planet. But they all just like...
A lot of the fighting areas on Earth look a lot like Namek.
Actually, a lot of the fighting areas on Earth seem to be incredibly habitable and would make great farmland that no one's ever claimed. What are we doing? We're fighting in a desert area. There's like an orchard of trees like 10 feet that way. This is a desert? I mean, I guess the cutoff line could be right there, that nothing grows past that point, but it seems pretty grassy in this area for it being a desert. Or if you want to make, if you want to make the other argument, there seems to be a lot of wildlife in these areas. What do you mean? Well, there's like pterodactyls flying by and everything. In fact, for this being a desert, there's an awful lot of water. Actually, supposedly, it's supposed to be future Earth.
So it's Earth, but Jurassic Park happened.
Yeah, it was like Dr. Hammond succeeded.
Jurassic Park just happened, and now we have dinosaurs. Wild.
Yeah. Guys, we created dinosaurs. And Ian Malcolm's like, you do know this is a horrible idea, and life will always find a way. And then he was proven right shortly after being eaten by a T-Rex. In fact, actually, the next Jurassic Park movie kind of proves this. Because, Fallen Kingdom, or whatever, at the end of it. No. Well, yes. Yes and no. I mean, it is Lost World, but it's not Lost World Jurassic Park. It's Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah, I just remember.
And it literally, they at the very end of it, they pretty much unleash the dinosaurs to go rampaging through the U.S.
Ring the doorbell at the drop off.
This is Detroit after the dinosaurs. It looks the same. There were dinosaurs before that, weirdly enough. Actually, this is Detroit. On fire, blazing inferno. This was the Detroit after the dinosaurs came through. All fixed up, no fires, just dinosaurs living in peace. Water's perfectly clean and everything now. Huh. At that point, you'd be like, are the dinosaurs really that much of a menace? No, they fixed Detroit.
Yeah, broke my knife.
Stab them. I can't. You broke my knife. Snake, just shut the hell up and stab him. Pennywise, have a Snickers. You're not you when you don't. Turns into Ronald McDonald. Yeah, there's a little bit of a meme panel for that one. And yeah, it's what? Pennywise, have a Snickers. Why? Because you become a child eater when you're hungry. Is that better? And then it just Ronald McDonald. I feel bad for all those people who are getting paid minimum wage to dress up as a fucking clown. Yeah, it's always been there to feed Cthulhu. Why do you think that there's so many I can't continue this conversation legally. The lawyer should have showed up, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink.
This is a bit harder than it should be.
But yeah. Yeah, avoiding the lawyers of freaking Cthulhu. Yeah, you're damn right it's harder than it has to be. For one, I mean, they're lawyers of an eldritch god. Specifically, an eldritch horror god that is considered the most powerful of the eldritch horror gods. There's only a few that are technically higher than him, but they don't really do anything.
I just don't want to keep getting served papers by Jeff off the top.
I just don't want to keep encountering them. Avoiding them is pretty hard, since they can literally be anywhere in the space-time continuum. You learn to slip. Yeah, you learn to slip through the cracks in space and time when you get the chance to avoid them.
That's just a horrifying concept.
Well, I mean, obviously, the Ur Dragon has to have some legal force.
I don't know about it has.
No, it has to. There are certain laws pertaining to dragons in parts of the multiverse.
What if you are the multiverse?
It's not the multiverse, it just exists in the multiverse.
Simultaneously.
Yes, it is omnipotent.
Would it be omnipresent, not omnipotent?
You can be both. Look, enough talking about omniscience.
I want to play things for free.
Well, omnipresent and omnipotent actually I think mean the same thing. Hold up. Alexa, what is the definition of omnipotent?
As an adjective, omnipotent is usually defined as almighty or infinite, as God. As omnipotent is usually defined as an omnipotent being. For more,
Thanks, that's helpful.
What is omnipotent? The ability to be omnipotent.
You are an almighty, powerful being. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's broken down further to omniscient, being all-knowing and omnipresent.
Well, all present. Omnipotent would just mean you're both. Because you're all powerful.
It just means you're always both.
Well, you know. Super effective crits, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink. Wink. Wink, wink. Look, the third one was confusing. The fourth and the fifth one, I have to ask some questions.
Hard to place.
She didn't get to see it, and she doesn't know.
It's a bit hard to use a sniper rifle when I have this controller drift still.
And she won't know because she's on vacation. So she's gonna come back to me having a new pointy object.
I have to just use a different sniper rifle.
Look, I'm not going to lie. Frankly, I don't give a fuck.
I just think it's pretty sport to be able to keep it away instead of bring it up.
You need that thing to be peace-bound. So you want me to unsheath it? No, we're going to tie it with the sheath on. Yeah, the last people who did that failed at that too. And also, they failed to realize something. What, it's more deadly if it's sheathed. What do you possibly mean by that? Well, as a metal object, yes, I could still thrust it through, but it's blunted on that end. Now, as you see with the sheath, it's still going to be able to be rammed through you. It's just now acting as a spear tip.
Long story short, I have to work a lot less hard to pierce with this than I have with this.
Yeah. It takes me more time to kill you by this. Well, what if they're wearing chainmail? Okay. I'll still probably stab them in the eye.
Still a spear. Spears can be pierced with chain.
Well, not as easily, but
Not as easily, but still possible.
yeah. I have a rapier. You have an ass. That's what I said, an ass.
Oh, by the way, I learned the phrase for large ass in Spanish.
Okay.
Ask me how I came up.
No mas pantalones el sombrero?
Did it have to do something with thousands of doors?
This is a comment from one of the workers who's trying to get past me through the narrow passage.
Badass.
Yeah, but kind of in a complimentary way, honestly.
How do you know?
I don't know if that was complimentary, but you can take it how you want. Anyway.
It wasn't said out of anger or frustration.
That doesn't mean it's a complimented. It means it's an acknowledgement that your derriere is huge. Now, when I call you a fat ass, it's a term of endearment. As not nice as it is being said.
A term of endearment.
Yes. Alexa, stop.
What's all that?
That was me making food, because I'm hungry. And Chris is a fat ass. It is a place that you go when you die, if you die in battle or a valorous death.
So, if you got food poisoning from Taco Bell and passed out on the toilet and hit your head on the tub.
You would be going to hell instead.
Go to Valhalla. Yeah, you would end up in hell. Well, specifically Helheim.
Don't forget, dying of old age counts as that as well.
Yeah.
So, don't do that either.
Yeah, that is one of the weirdest Nordic traditions, in all honesty. Father, are you all right? I'm just really old. Quick, give this man an axe and fight him.
I wonder if anybody actually did that.
Yes, it was quite common.
Alright. We're getting ready to invade. Elderly people in the front of the line.
Yes, that was also common. Send the cannon fodder first. Guys, they're just sending a bunch of old people at us. What are we supposed to do? Well, I mean, they're not really going to be much of a threat. Shoot them.
Send the old first. Keep the young adults behind us so they can learn to fight properly. Everyone else, charge.
Yeah. Keep the younglings and women by your side. Send the old people first. I will not be dying this day. You're like 90. Yeah, you could literally keel over at any moment. Good point. Kill me!
That's the sad part.
I wonder what that was. Going to us. Hey, this is a staff area. Prepare to have your neck broken.
Picture that, though.
The net breaking of necks.
Warrior ever to exist. He's like a 90-year-old berserker, no armor, a weapon in each hand, and he just cannot die.
That reminds me of a couple of stories.
No armor, no weapons. He's just literally beating people down with his fists.
He just cannot die.
He just intimidates people so much that they somehow, even firing a 100% accurate crossbow just misses him. They like shake really hard and fire it, and it goes off somewhere else.
Kills absolutely everyone around him, but not him.
Yeah. That's when you know you're cursed.
He even tried to blow himself up with black powder. Didn't
In,
work.
in fact, the reason he doesn't have a weapon is he found nitroglycerin and hit it with a hammer. He killed some other random guy.
I just want a nitroglycerin hammer.
No.
To investigate. We'll keep you posted.
Just a regular steel hammer, but coated in nitroglycerin.
This again.
No.
I would throw it.
That's what I'm concerned about.
I gotta hurl.
Looks like I'm just gonna bring it down right in front of you.
I would much rather you do. At that point, it'll be the equivalency of being um, uh, a, a directed charge.
See what the hell that was. All right.
All the force will continue to travel down,
All quiet so far.
as opposed to you throwing it, which will cause the hammer to blow back, causing explosions in directions
Nothing
of
here.
everywhere.
Fling the hammer, close the door.
I heard that.
Fling the hammer, close the door, and then get down.
God.
You might not even have that much
So
reactionary
tired of
time. It'll be
this.
fling the hammer, you're dead. Actually, one of my favorite things to see in military training was the guy. They were practicing the breach and clear and everything. So he counts down to 3. You know, and the guy opens the door slightly, and his teammate throws the grenade in. As it rolls right back out, they close the door. They both notice it at the same time. 1, 2, 3, ting. It's like, good thing these are dummy grenades. Or imagine if it had been a real flashbang and they were looking right at it as it rolled out.
What's this you're talking about?
During military training, there was a recording of a team of 2 people doing the breach and clear thing, and the guy counts down to 3. When he goes, his friend opens the door and he throws the grenade in, but as he closes the door, it rolls back out. And they both notice it. So it's, thank God these are dummy grenades, because if they had been real grenades, or if they had been actual flashbangs,
Yeah.
the brightness, yeah, the brightness and the blindingness, or brightness and the sound, are going to be a major detriment to these people looking directly at it, being point blank range to the sound.
Yeah, and I was just reenacting their last mission, and they're the last thing they hear and see after it goes off for a while.
Oh, depending at that range, that's probably the last thing they hear and see for the rest of their life.
I feel horrible.
Scarred retinas, blasted eardrums.
Uh-huh. Those things are not meant to be experienced at point blank range.
Hey. Wait. Sir, I just dropped that.
And of course, if it was just a frag.
Hey, you.
And they are now jelly.
Or Swiss Army. Bum.
They make their own gravy.
They're marinating in their own ragu.
Killing these people is simple, but doing it the in the certain way they want it is a different matter.
Oh. You mean it's like that guy in the Shivering Isles of Oblivion?
I don't know that guy, so
He doesn't want to see his death coming, but he wants you to kill him. The Enchanter? No. There's a quest you can get from one of people in the Shivering Isles. And he's kind of depressed. Kind of. He wants to literally die, but he can't kill himself, otherwise he goes to the Hill of Suicides. So he requests that you help him. And he's like, but I don't want to see it coming. So if you pull your knife on him and all that while he's standing in front of you or behind him or anything like that, he starts flipping the fuck out. There's a specific moment you can go up and talk to him. And you yell, surprise! And he goes, wait, what? And then you knock him off the edge. And the seductress that's standing behind you will literally comment on it, going, they should really put a railing up. That's like the third time it's happened this week or something. I want you to kill me, but I don't want to know that it's coming. Surprise, motherfucker. Wait, what? Ah!
Thank you.
In fact, technically, in the graveyard that's there is a tombstone for every single resident. But since some people are technically unkillable, you'd have to find a way to kill them. AKA hacks and commands.
I recently did see and set aside video on how to do that.
fail what?
I haven't watched it.
Nothing happens, it's just literally a comment that's left on their tombstone. You have the thing saved that I've already seen. Orkajit died because he liked dogs.
It's okay. You can wear boots now.
Always will be the greatest line ever. I love the fact that Bethesda could even make fun of themselves for that. All they wanted was a nice pair of boots. Exactly what you ask. And why Bretons have been extremely powered since Game 3. What is your skill? Oh, I just absorb 50% of the magic damage sent my way.
What are you talking about? That's not good. It's like half of the people you're fighting are mages.
Look, the Mages Guild is just lucky that the Bretons haven't gone crazy. If you realize the one unstoppable army force would literally be the Bretons and Red Guards combined. The Bread Gardens. But yeah.
Somebody turn on one of those simple monkeys.
doing? That
Because I'm sitting here deciding if I want to get more pizza, so the plate is in my hand and I'm hitting the bottom of it.
No, you're not. Don't lie to me. You have a simple monkey.
I am a simple monkey.
Of course.
Monkey shines. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Oh, by the way, I am the SCP symbol monkey.
What does that do?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Does it mention the time
Happy
you make your
birthday
all
to
the time?
you. No, every time it goes through the loop of happy birthday to you, you lose a year of your life until you eat the candy.
what candy?
when it starts, there's a piece of candy that appears before you. Oh, and you are compelled to sing happy birthday along with it.
Is that called a choking hazard when you're trying to eat candy?
If you can eat the candy, probably not.
Why wouldn't you be able to eat the candy?
You're compelled to sing happy birthday.
The singing would get in the way of it. From the sound of it.
And not only that, but you would remember, encountering this SCP, most people wouldn't know what it does. So they're not going to know to eat the candy. They're just going to be sitting there constantly singing happy birthday.
Until they eventually die of old age.
Literally. Yeah.
This should keep you going.
Thanks. You're a sweetheart. I'm just so exhausted.
They were only 20. How did they die of old age?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
If there's even a fraction of a chance that this stuff exists, maybe I should carry around an SCP journal just in case.
It won't help. Many of them, by the time you would realize which SCP you were at, in, around, near, being looked at, or whatnot, you are dead! You may still be standing, but you are dead. You may still think you are alive. You're already dead. Your brain hasn't caught up to the rest of your body. Or even better for that, there are certain SCPs, like the Forest, not the Forest from the game, the Forest, but the Forest SCP, that you are now eternally stuck in.
What about the Psychia?
Actually, apparently there's a way out of it. People have escaped. No. Which, by the way, you can no longer tamper with the arrows at the IKEA.
Yeah, I saw that. Designed their own endless Psychia by mixing around the
Excuse me?
arrows.
Whoa, easy does it.
Basically made the rocket base.
Yeah. But, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of FCPs that are more or less, you are dead, 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 you are dead, dead, dead. Thought you were caught because Secure, Contain, Protect. SCP people, as long as it can be functionally moved, secured, contained, they usually send in, how do we say this nicely? Yes. I would say prisoners, but they're not exactly prisoners. They're D-class personnel.
Yeah, it's gotta be great to see on your paycheck.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're not getting paid. They're prisoners. They're just not prisoners. They're D-class personnel. That's why I was saying, how do I say this nicely? I don't want to lie to them. You guys aren't prisoners. You're D-class personnel, so we're prisoners. No, you're D-class personnel. Are we getting paid? Not really. No. You're just not in jail. So, we're prisoners. Well, no, again, you're not in prison or jail. So we can leave anytime we want. I mean, if you want to be gunned down by the SCP, sure, go ahead.
I'm still trying to figure out the ones that are instantly lethal. If anyone that comes in contact with it is killed,
There
how
are
do you contain that?
there are very few of those, thank God. And with a lot of those, again, it is set up a parameter and don't let people go there. So it's, we sent in D-class personnel. They all died. Oh, is it possible to move it from this location? No. This place is now a giant, nature preserve for endangered animals. So we can't go there. Oh, okay, makes sense.
Huh, that's weird. A lot of well-known poachers have just stopped being captured. Not sure what happened to them.
Yeah. Look, the SCP Foundation doesn't really try to stop people per se. They stop people from trying to find out about it, essentially. They will advise people not to go there, but if people go there against the advisement, kind of like, well, shit we can do about it. Oh well. And for those people who do survive those horrible, horrible nightmare fuel inducing things, essentially you and I created an SCP cult.
Great.
Woot. Go us.
Ah, wait.
Which, by the way, we can officially publish it on the SCP website if we really wanted to. Which would be even more hilarious since, it's the cult of Daddy Curry, and once you know about it, you're indicted into the cult. So anyone and everyone who ever reads the SCP website and gets to that point.
So what you're saying is you want to do a membership drive.
Not so evilly, but yes. Warning, do not continue reading. Why does it just say warning, do not continue reading? This is the SCP Cult of Daddy Curry. Once you know about the cult, you're automatically indicted. Ah, fuck! I will never become a member of a cult. Hey, I was reading this really cool SCP thing. Can you read this really quick? Cult of Daddy Curry. Once you know about the cult, you are already a member. Motherfucker. Which is even better because when someone ever says they won't ever be part of the cult, you can just look over to them and go, the cult of Daddy Curry. No, I won't ever be a member. But you already are. How do I... Sorry, he was busy. I had to. Sorry, the great and powerful Daddy Curry was currently busy. He gave me this card to give me free pass.
It's ridiculous and all powerful. And looks behind you and he just sees the apparition, just waves and pops out of existence again.
Exactly. And Like I said, once you know about the cult, you're already indicted. Well, what if I want to leave? You can't. So you're forcing me to be part of the cult against my will. Well, no.
No. Your life is still your own. You just have to abide by the rules now.
You're free to pretty much do whatever you want. We have no control over you. Matter of fact, we really don't care what you do. In fact, go believe in other religions for all we care.
You just have to abide by the rule.
You just have to abide by the one rule. What do you mean? Well, you haven't been indicted yet to the upper echelon of the tiers. Don't say the word daddy unless it's followed by curry. Well, why can't I say daddy? What? Happens every single time. Also, if you ever get invited to the club, say no. It's mostly nightmare fuel. Also, try not to think of anything incredibly disturbing and sexualized at the same time, please. We're running out of rooms. We really don't want it to expand any further. What do you mean you don't want it to expand further? Well, is it no? What do you mean? What do you mean you don't want it to expand further? Do you just not have the money? Why would you keep expanding it? Because every time someone thinks of something that is nightmare fuel and sexualized at the same time, or just usually sexualized about something that already exists other than actual people that this makes sense to do, it expands. It is an interdimensional strip club, whorehouse, hell. But that's usually the lower levels.
It's not about
Looking good.
It's just
I mean, technically, we don't pay rent. Also, I don't think we really charge anybody. We should probably start doing
it just is.
that. Oh, so
To buy supplies, we just have them.
indeed. And what happens if I get invited? Well, you're free to go, but a lot of the doors lead right back into it.
You smell nice. But this is
Yeah,
still
you
too
can only really leave if you really want to leave.
You can only leave if you know how to leave. And that's usually reserved for the upper echelon members. Well, why don't they just tell people how to leave? Like, we got the fucking time to do that. You could tell me right now. It would take too long to explain.
It's not even about explaining how. You just have to know how.
Yeah. It would take too long to explain. What do you mean? Well, it's just something you know, and to explain it, the other person would have to know. You see where this kind of goes into an infinite loop.
No, I don't understand. Consider the lead.
Consider point A and point B in the timeline. Point A and point B are interconnected. But point A and point B are also connected via circle. So where you think you're going straight, you are not. You are going around.
The only thing I can really tell you is it's not when you leave, it's when you leave.
Yeah.
You also don't need to care about where you leave, you just have to know when you leave.
Yeah.
I've got nothing here.
When you leave is when you leave. It may be before or after you arrive. Yeah. Also, it doesn't matter which door you choose as an exit. You'll either arrive and re-arrive at the same time that you left, but are still in the same moment that you have arrived, or you'll leave. And if you don't leave, once again, you'll be there when you arrive.
I don't understand. Okay, look, normally this door leads to the cellar where we keep the booze. But I'm arriving, so now I'm in the front door.
Yeah. And ordinarily, this goes to the cellar, as you can cleanly see. I can walk up and down these stairs freely to go get things. See, look. Yeah? Now you try walking through it. How'd I end up at the front door? Oh, how good of you to show up. Wait, what just happened? Oh, I realized I was oh, I believe I was in the middle of explaining how when you leave that you'll just show up when you arrive. Yeah.
It only worked for you. The other one doesn't. Yeah, see, I can go down and grab something too. Do you want some of this wine?
Yeah.
But you couldn't earlier. I didn't earlier. Not that I couldn't, I just didn't.
Yeah. I opened the door, walked in, and decided that it'd be more funny to walk back through the entrance.
Okay.
If you're lost, you're not alone.
Go talk to Candy Corn over there.
Someone has to. You can stop talking.
So this is where one of the dead bodies ended up.
Also, don't go below the 65th floor, I think it is. I don't remember which number of floors. Just try to stay away from the way lower floors. That's Pinhead's domain by technicality. Well, why would Pinhead have a domain here? Fetishists? Well, why would... They also take care of some of the other problems. What do you mean? Well, we aren't against it. Well, we do not serve anything and everything as against some of it as we are, which is why the lower dimensions of this area specifically exist, so we no longer have to deal with it.
That said, we also totally have a quarantine on the area and you cannot leave. That's why the Cenobites are there.
Mm-hmm. Technically, all the floors below the Cenobites are the zones we don't like to touch, you know.
They're your problem now, and you're their problem.
Once you hit that point, if you can make it to your desire, good on you. You won't make it out. And not necessarily that you've even made it to your desire. Your desire may also still be part of their domain.
That's amazing.
Be very careful of this. Why? I remember the videotape that got sent to us from that one guy. Thought that little girl was cute. The things that I saw that day. The things that I saw.
Didn't even think you could use a cucumber in that movie.
Oh, and also stay away from the door that's marked -01. Why? That is the clown door. Just don't.
Huh.
Why?
May or may not lead directly to a specific room in hell.
Yeah. Where you will be eternally stuck.
At least you won't be alone. Probably.
It will be painful. It will be excruciating. It will be hilarious. Well, what do you mean? Alright, we'll show it to you once. But once is all you get. Again, you get stuck in this room. Your problem. Then did the clowns. Send in the clowns. Is that Hitler? Yes.
Wait, do you mean the one strapped to the table or the ones... Actually, you know what, you're right.
Is that a clown cactus? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that doesn't seem bad. Yeah, it does this for I don't know how long, and then it resets when everything gets put back in. It goes in reverse order. Oh, look, you're about to catch the show.
Yeah, we came at just the right time. Decided to stop early.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, all those cactuses. Man, that must suck for eternity. No, that was just one stage of it. What do you mean? Send in the clowns. Is that a blue whale coming out of his ass? Yes. Why does it look like a clown?
Yes.
Why does it look like Sprunkles?
Also, what is it that they're holding when they go
Dijon mustard chili dogs. Well, technically corn dogs, because they're on a stick.
Yep. And they have been battered using the tears.
Yeah. With just a sprinkle of California Reaper peppers.
Alright, what
Just
happens
a
if I
little
do
on the
this?
top. Well, as I've recently learned, you pepper spray yourself.
So, it seems like people eventually found the people I left in the bathroom.
And we all found the people that he left in the bathroom.
Oh, yes. And never ever think about pizza delivery. So why shouldn't I think about ordering a pizza?
Why shouldn't they think
It's really bad pizza. You really shouldn't have. Why do I feel like he's looking at me from beyond the door, even though it's closed? He's constantly looking.
for a few days? Don't think about it.
The less you think about it, the less you feel it. Until you think about ordering pizza again.
Not over the
Ordering pizza with some meat.
Why does it feel like he's looking at me from beyond the Hitler door? He is. He knows. He knows you know he knows.
He has hands.
Great. Thanks. Now we have a Nug clown.
I don't know where it's at.
And delivers pizza. And stares.
Knucklehope.
Yes. Thanks. Couldn't make it worse, he said.
And this one's name is Sprungle.
No, it's still Sprunkles. It's the same being. It's just we never gave it a definitive. And now it's an Uggalope, thanks to you. Before it was just a clown, it could have been anything. Which is even worse, because now all of the things coming out of his ass aren't Nuggalopes, they just look like him, but are other things. So it is a giant blue whale that looks like a Nuggalope clown. So it's just like body painted to look like a Nuggalope with hands.
Oh, the horns are gonna be hell coming out. And going in.
Oh, what a shame. We thought about changing its name, but it got downtrodden every time that it farted.
Okay, that ain't it.
Just checking in. I got sales to report.
Report received.
Luna Bagel is sleepy. I have sleepy rabbit.
Can leave the mission at any time.
Luna Bagel. Well, yes. She has a butt. Poops.
Okay, so if it ain't
She has not.
here.
No. I won't. Oh, also, don't open the door that's marked negative 002. That leads you to Dunkin' Donuts. It's not completely written yet. What do you mean? As much as a fictional work as it is, it exists because he wrote it. It's not completed yet, and I really hope it kind of stays that way.
I have an opening.
the door, the building, and a lot of the stuff exists. We haven't completely finished how this portion of the story ends, so it kind of goes into a never-ending loop. And because of the way time travel works, it's a bitch to solve.
What about negative 03? Shades of Dorian Gray.
Yeah. I've gotten it written. Not all of it, but part of it. I really don't want to finish it. While simultaneously wanting to finish it, so I can publish it and make money. But let's admit it, they got 50 Shades of Grey published. If I just send that to the same people, you know they'll have to publish it. Why does this remind us so much of another book we published, maybe 50 Shades of Grey? Yeah, that's the one, because I just decided that I could write better pornography than this lady. Mine's at least coherent.
How is it
And
incoherent?
not a nightmare.
I never looked at it.
So many ways. Like being able to open a door to an elevator from across the room. Or just a bunch of people who just step off the elevator. Or rubbing the inner walls of the clitoris.
Something you can't really do without a scalpel, mind you.
Something you probably legally can't do in most states.
Something you almost shouldn't do, or almost certainly shouldn't do, ever.
The only time that this book is coherently being read is by Guilford Godfrey. That's because they're too distracted by Iago. My inner goddess has stopped dancing!
Yeah, this is one of the weirdest metaphors as well. The inner goddess comes up every so often, and it always throws me for a loop. It's like, wait, who's this character? Oh, it's the thing.
Oh, and how he can be completely smelling of musk and perfectly showered while using deodorant at the same time.
Yeah. Can't really decide if he's just been out working in the yard all day or if he's just had a shower.
It's
also
one
morning.
or the other. Oh, and how she likes her tea.
Yeah.
Not the fact that she likes it with just being in there for a split second, but the fact that she likes Twinings.
Twinings English breakfast.
I would rather write my dick on fire.
Her favorite type of tea.
I
She
would
likes the bag served on the side with a cup of hot water.
so she can steep it for like 10 seconds.
If even.
Look, we haven't made it completely through the book. Not because it's a bad book, but because we have to constantly make fun of it because of how bad it is.
Oh, in fact, I can be up for a little bit longer.
Pornography! Oh.
still working on eating this one cookie. Taking a while.
Did you try offering one to your mom?
Yes.
And
Didn't take it.
I feel sad.
Nate's the only one that's eaten it. Grant
That's-
didn't take one either.
I still can't believe we convinced him. I mean, it was a lot of coercing, but... and a bit of denying. Also, a cup of mead sounds good. It only cost me $22.
Okay.
Well, you $22. But next time I'm up there, I'll buy some. And we'll share it. Great. Now this is going to become a tradition, isn't it?
Well, considering it's halfway between us. Yeah.
Well, and seeing if we can locate it. And if not, seeing if they have an ordering thing online. But, yeah.
Anyway.
My mom's gonna have a really weird question. Hey, Mom, what? On the way up? No, we left about an hour early. Yeah, why did you want to leave an hour early? So we can stop at the Von Wick Winery. Why? I need to pick up some mead. What? Yeah. $22 of my paycheck every 3 months is going toward mead. Guaranteed. Because that shit is good. I'm glad that we decided to. I'm glad that we turned around and looked at the damn thing and found it.
Yeah.
See, me leading us in random directions works very well.
Indeed. Alright.